Hi everybody, it's Honest John. Senator James Inhofe, Republican from Oklahoma, he totally screwed up yesterday. Lashed out at the families of the victims of Sandy Hook. And he said that the gun legislation debate has nothing to do with them. I'll say one thing about these old geezers in the GOP. They're still pretty spry. They are limber and flexible enough to constantly put their feet in their mouth. Now, Inhofe is one of the senators that wants to filibuster gun legislation. He wants to even prevent there being any debate. Well, he lost that one. It's not a big victory, but it's still a win. The background check bill will be debated on Thursday. And the Sandy Hook families, they're up on Capitol Hill right now, letting these senators know that this is their business. This is about them. It's about thousands of people who've been shot. It's about thousands of families and friends who are mourning them. It's not about the NRA. It's not about the gun nuts. Now, the bill that's coming before Congress, it's still nowhere near enough. Still leaves a lot of loopholes in the background check system. See, the NRA says that criminals will ignore the gun laws. That's true, they will. But you know what? It's not just the criminals that buy the guns. The people that sell the guns to them, they're criminals too. And so we need to increase the penalties for drug trafficking. You get caught in Arizona doing drug trafficking, you're going to spend less than a year in jail, you're going to pay less than $1,000 fine. You get caught with a joint, you're going to spend 10 years in jail and pay a $10,000 fine. We need to reverse that. But Arizona won't do it. But we need to do that on the federal level, all over the country. Because we need to put the criminals that are selling the guns to the criminals in jail. Every year in the United States, there's somewhere between 8,500 and 10,000 people murdered with guns. But those murders, they don't happen in a vacuum. They leave behind grieving widows, parents, children, husbands, wives, friends, and relatives. It's safe to say that if you've got 9,000 murders, that means you've got more than 50,000 people who are affected by them, whose lives are changed. The conventional wisdom is that the gun nuts have all the passion. But now they're up against people who are not driven by just stupidity and paranoia. These people are fueled by grief and anger. And they're not going to quit until they get what they want. Even if they get defeated this time, they'll keep going. And there will be a price to pay for not standing with them. Because in the next election, there's going to be just as many ads from the anti-gun people saying, these people were bought by the gun lobby, or they were too big cowards to stand up to the NRA. Because these people aren't going to lose their passion. They're not going to get discouraged and quit. They'll keep on going forever. And their ranks are growing. All those grieving relatives are joining with them. So we might not get anything this year. We'll just have to change the Congress. Politicians will be on record as to where they stand. Do they stand with the murderers and gun traffickers or with the criminals? That's the simple question. Do they stand with them or do they stand with the victims and those who mourn them? Thanks for listening.